As I mentioned in my weekly mail out, there's a quote that I was reminded of. It's by George Bernard Shaw, and I'm going to read it just to make sure I get it right. It is a phenomenal quote. I love this quote, even though it doesn't intuitively make sense. I'll talk about it in a second. So he said, reasonable people adapt themselves to the world. Unreasonable people attempt to adapt the world to themselves. All progress, therefore, depends on unreasonable people. This is what I believe he meant. What he was talking about was he was saying, if you simply adapt to your situation, it's actually what makes us human in some ways, is that we don't simply adapt to our situation. We create situations that we want to create. We adapt the world to us, right? So, I mean, we've got pets. There's nothing natural about pets. Well, we've got livestock. There's nothing natural about livestock. There's nothing natural about agriculture. That's something that we've changed the way the world works around us to suit us. I once read, and I don't know if this is true, I'd be fascinated to find out, that originally corn stalks were about this long. They kind of looked like what baby corns would look now. But corn has now become very large. Why? Well, we've modified it over time according to what fits us. Now, this is not always good. This is not always helpful for humans, but I find it fascinating. And let's break down. So what George Bernard Shaw is saying is there are two groups of people here. There's a group of people that go with the flow. And they go, you know what? This is what everyone else is saying. This is what everyone else is thinking. This is what everyone else is doing. Therefore, I will do that thing. Because that's what people are doing. And there's another group of people that go, hold on a sec, but that's leading to results I don't want. I don't want to have a lot of debt. I don't want to be in broken relationships. I don't want to have the same problems, physical health, mental health, emotional health problems that other people have. Therefore, I need to do something different. So I'm going to create a different world. Now, we're not God. I'm not saying that. We don't actually do the creation of something, but we can adapt the world to us. So in other words, there's a group of people that goes out and says, I want this, but it doesn't look like it's going to work out. So I'll just accept what my world is. And there's another group of people, a small group of people. Often they're called entrepreneurs, by the way. But there's a small group of people that says, hold on a second. I don't want that. I want something different. So I'm going to do what I need to do to create something different, to make something different, to have the world adapt to me. So if people aren't, I don't know, I'll give you an example. If people aren't buying a certain product or you've got a really good idea and people just aren't noticing, well, the people that are unreasonable, that are the world changers, go, well, I'm gonna create a desire for this. I'm gonna help people understand how this is helpful, how this will benefit them on some level. And once I do that, if I'm willing to do that, then they will buy this product and they will see value in this product and they will gain in their lives from this product. So he said at the end here, all progress, therefore, depends on unreasonable people. So really the question that I always ask myself when I read this quote is, do I want to make progress or not? Do I want my family to progress or not? Do I want my business to progress or not? Because if I want that, I need to be a little unreasonable. And you know what? If you think about successful people, think about really successful people. And I'm not talking about common success. I'm talking about extreme success. Are most extremely successful people reasonable? Are they normal? Are they average? Or are they a little bit odd in some ways? I know some really successful people, and you know what? Each one of them has their own quirks. And that's not a bad thing. I don't think that that's a bad thing. I think that that's part of what sets them apart, is that they've embraced their own ideas and their quirkiness, their oddness, and said, I'm going to do something different. And they've often succeeded because of that. Now, I've got to be careful. Just because you're unreasonable doesn't mean you're going to be successful. I mean, when my 10-year-old son is being unreasonable, it's not a pleasant situation. It doesn't always lead to his success, right? That's not what I'm saying. What I am saying is that in order to achieve different results than other people, in relationships, in business, in financing, in real estate investing, in mental health, emotional health, physical health, if we want something different than what most people have, we need to think differently. And a very good way to think differently, I think a profitable way to think differently, is to say, you know what, I don't want that, so I'm going to change something. I'm not just going to go with the flow. I'm not going to just accept what's around me. I'm going to change something. I love, there's another quote, and I'm going to butcher it, so I probably won't go there, but I'll describe the concept. I had a great mentor in my own life who said, Mark, most people make decisions based on their current circumstance. Well, I only have this much money to do something with, and I only have this much time, and I only have this much energy, and I'm in this situation, I'm from this country, or I've got this gender, or this whatever. Therefore, certain things aren't open to me. Successful people don't make decisions based on their current circumstances or their current situation. Successful people base their decisions on what they want later on. So I'll give you an example with real estate portfolio. If somebody goes, I want to build a really big real estate portfolio, the people who are stuck in the reasonable people that are stuck in their own situation say, I don't have enough money to buy a big property, so I can't. The unreasonable people go, I don't have enough money to buy a big property, so how can I figure this out? Well, maybe I can join with this person, and maybe this person has some money, and this person has some connections, and this person has the property, and this person, maybe if I connected these people together, and maybe if I encourage them to work together, and I built enough trust with them that we could all work together, maybe we can do something spectacular. That's really unreasonable. It's basing your decisions not on your current circumstances, on what you desire in life, and figuring out a way. Now again, you don't have to break rules to do this. You don't have to hurt people to do this. You can do this above board. You can do it completely legally. You can do this consistently in helping people and helping them realize their goals. Another, Zig Ziglar once said, all you need to do to be successful is help other people be successful. Again, I'm changing some of the word, I'm paraphrasing here. He was talking about money. If you want more money, help other people make more money. Bring more value to people. And you know what? You'll do well yourself. And that's where I believe the key is to invest in other people, to bring enough value to other people that they also see value in you. I've got a couple of relationships in my life right now that have changed significantly. I'm really excited about where they're going and what this means for a business, what it means for real estate investing, what it means for a lot of things in life. And we haven't completely realized that yet. But I'm fascinated because there's a tendency in myself to think, oh, little old me, Mark, what am I bringing to the table? And when that mindset comes in, I go, I got to reject that. That's not helpful to my own growth. That's not helpful to my own progress. I want to be unreasonable and think, you know what? I'm going to figure out a way to bring value to these people. I don't know what it is yet, but I'm going to find a way. And when I do, we can work together. Incredible relationships come from that. Enjoy your week.